Welcome to the broadcast. I am your Space Master, Adam Coble. And today we're just gonna hang out and have like a really relaxed time where there's just like very low stakes and nobody feels stressed out about anything and nothing significant is gonna happen. It's just gonna be like a chill time looking at some spreadsheets, and certainly the fate of the universe is not resting in the balance. So this is faction turn number 12. This is the end of the calendar year of Acheron Row, so it's the beginning of 3201. And as a result, we have reached that most halcyon of days, the potential coronation of a new Emperor of Space. I'm very excited about that. I have some other announcements to make at the end of the turn. We're going to save all of the election stuff till we get there, till we get to the end. I have some very cool art to show you. I've got some audio stuff. The factions have been giving me some really neat things this turn. So we're going to perform all the usual mechanical business of the faction turn. And then at the end, we're going to talk about who gets to be in charge of space. So that's really cool. If you haven't watched this before, what we're looking at is the ongoing universal situation generator that is the Verona faction turn. It's connected to RollPlay Verona, of which we are going into Series 2 very soon. And basically what it does is it allows the fans of the show to participate in their own, again, let's be real about this, the real Verona, of which the show is a fan fiction set in that universe. It allows the factions to all clash and compete and engage and build stuff and be cool. And I'm always really excited to do these streams. My heart's pounding. I imagine some of yours is as well. It's a very exciting time to be the Space Master of Space. So let's jump into it, because, well, that's how it goes. So, welcome to the spreadsheet. Welcome to May of 2019. Welcome to turn 12. Let's do the thing. Today's turn order begins with the House of Crux. So, House Crux, they are the first turn on the docket today, and the House of Crux. Let's give them some creds. Let's let them do their thing. So, House Crux starts with 2 faction credits. They're going to get another 7, which brings them up to 9 to begin their turn. And they are going to take, I believe, the use asset action for their turn. So let's do that. Here, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Here we go. All right. So House Crux, turn number 1 in the order this time, round 1. They're going to use asset ability, and they're going to begin by moving some things around. So let's do that. Let's do that for them. Can I zoom it in? I mean, I can, but the thing is that, well, you'll see. You'll see when we get there. You'll see why zooming it in is a problem. So they're going to spend 3 faction credits to activate their extended theater and their covert shipping to move some stuff around. So they have 9 fact creds after we gave them their balance. That brings them down to 6 for the end of this turn. And let's go ahead and shuffle some Crux units around. So it looks like House Crux. Here we go. Okay. So they're going to move their covert shipping from Lyra to Yanarazzo. Okay. Covert shipping. Here we go. From Lyra to Yanarazzo. Okay. We're going to move the extended theater from Lyra to Tiber. Okay, so that's extended theater here from Lyra to Tiber. Okay, and then they're going to move, let's see here, the covert shipping that's already on Yanarazzo, which is, let's see, where's their covert shipping? Yeah, there it is. The one that's on Yanarazzo. That one's moving itself to Gleipnir Incorporated. All right. There's going to be some stuff going on, I think, with Gleipnir. I think so. Gleipnir was originally the Imperial. It still is the Imperial prison planet. It's where all the bad people go, because we don't believe in the death penalty in this universe. So we send. I mean, we don't believe in the death penalty for humans. We believe in the death penalty for non-humans, but that doesn't matter. You can get rid of animals and synths all you want. So the covert shipping moving from Yanaratso to Gleipnir Incorporated, it fell into the hands of the Red Dogs Triad, and then it got changed. Oh, and sorry, it's not the covert shipping that's moving. Let me adjust this. It's not the covert shipping because they're not moving themselves. This stays. It's the covert shipping that is moving their assassins. There they are. I totally blanked on seeing these guys. Yeah, so they're moving the assassins from Orpheus to Gleipnir. Yeah. So Gleipnir Incorporated, it's a prison planet, but it looks like Crux is taking a renewed interest now that Triangulum sort of unofficially is in control of this world. So there you go. All right, so the Psychic Assassins move. We've got the Extended Theaters sorted out. The Extended Theater, the Covert Shipping, and the Psychic Assassins have all moved. We brought their creds down to 6. And I think the last thing that we need to do for these guys is just read you their announcement. So House Crux would like me to read the following announcement. Our spiritual struggle is complete, and the Holy Land is ripe for the ascent of the Messiah. Yet a wolf rears its head at the edge of our empire. The Jelva system is under lockdown until Operation Tyr's Reign is concluded. Ours to bear. So keep in mind, too, that Jelva is under a current Imperial lockdown. House Crux issued a lockdown on that system. It's under quarantine right now under mysterious circumstances. Yeah, so that's something that's happening. Speaking of Gleipnir Incorporated, second up on the docket is House Triangulum. House Triangulum would like me to read to you they have an order to read before we start. Phase 1, failure. Phase 2, progressed failure. Phase 3, further failure. Note, initiate Project Fenris. Project Fenris containment breach as expected. Initiate database transfer. Transfer complete. Organically deterministic information nexus online. Ooh. More mysterious technological stuff going on. And yeah, there's been like hints of some kind of like Maltech leak or something. Stay the hell away from Jelva. Travel advisory. Don't go there. It's a bad deal. So these guys are going to take the action. They're going to take the refit asset. So that's their action for the turn. Let's give them some credits, and then let's see what they refit. So Triangulum begins with 21. They begin with 21. Yeah, there's a navigation crisis. Nobody even knows how to get there. All right, so they start with 21. They're going to get another 7 total to bring them up to 28. And then they are spending a bunch of that. First, they're spending 5 credits. And I have to make a die roll for them. So they rolled a 2. Cool. Thanks, guys. Sorry. So let's get there. I have some cool stuff to show you there. That was just, you're going to see those as we roll through, but I'll explain them all at the end. Okay. So let's make a note, that I rolled a 2, which is a little better. They've got a 1 last time. All right. And then they are going to refit their asset. They're refitting the marketers on Lovelace into a book of secrets. The difference of that is 10 FAC creds. Okay, so that cost them 10, which brings them down to 13. And they advance Peaceable Kingdom to 3 of 4. Okay, there you go. Listen, I'm trying to roll good for you. All right, so let's go turn those marketers into a book of secrets. Okay. So let's see. Where are you? Triangulum. Here we go. Marketers become a book of secrets. Bloop. There we go. All right. Cool. All right. So I don't have a specific announcement from Triangulum. And that's okay. That's cool. We can carry on from there. All right. So next up, I think, is the first thing that I need to show you. So let me get that set up. Yeah, I know they don't have a Triangulum doesn't have anything to say at the end of their turn. Sometimes it gets split. Yeah. Okay. So next up is the Confederation of the Upright Vagrant, and I have something from these vagrants to show you. Let's get it going. Here we go.
It's Sitting Bull, shouting into the void from some nameless rock out in Udnadada. If you find yourself out here, stop by Gateway Station. Place is run by some dour Shanai clans. They make a bomb bimmy stew. Just don't ask too much about what's in it. Now you haven't been listening, heliophobes. The wolves just aren't at our door. They're in our house. You're gonna hear today about some big deal being signed between what's left of the Shield of Light, the CEO of Avant Geological Resources, and some nobody vagrant that has a fancy gun. The wolves are here to stay, and the troubles are over, or so they want you to believe. The whole thing stinks like shit. I don't know who the gun bearer is, and frankly, I don't care. What I want to know is who these 6 people in the backgrounds of most of these meetings are. Their faces keep showing up. What I really want to know about is the rumors of fleets massing down in the Bergen system. It's far from here, brothers and sisters, but these wolves have a big belly. I think... Hey, you can't be in here.
Oh, I love this stuff. I love it so much. Ugh. So that's ominous. Things are happening. Things are happening in Vagrant Town. Thank you so much for sending that over, Vagrant. Super cool stuff. So let's take a turn. Let's take a turn for the Vagrants, shall we? So they are number 3, coming in at number 3 on our order. They're going to come in and take some turns. So they're going to begin with a balance of 6. Let's get that squared away here. So +4 brings them up to 6. They are going to, let's see here. They're going to set their goal as planetary seizure. I wonder why. And they are going to take the Seize Planet action. All right. All right. So Seize Planet, they're going to activate their covert shipping first, and then they're going to get in on seizing a new planet. So let's see what planet they're going to take over. They're going to take over Aldost. Aldost. Okay, so covert shipping to move the Demagogue from Nevet to Aldost, and then they're going to start taking over that planet. Okay, so let's take a look here. Vagrant. Flagrant Vagrant. Here you are. All right, that Demagogue from Nevet to Aldost in the Bergen system. Let's make a quick look here. I believe they are the only ones. There ain't nothing else going on Aldost, so they begin the seize. Aldost, planet of furries. Let's go ahead and get that going. So that cost them 1, bringing them down to 5. Seizure of Tootham is complete. Let's make a note there. All right. So seizure of Tootham complete. So they are now the planetary government of Tootham. And they begin their seizure of Aldost. So I'm going to leave them right here as red because they're in the middle of a seizure. We're going to go seizure Aldost. They are currently at 1 of 3. And they get 1 experience for an uncontested seizure of Tootham. There you go. All right. Yeah, Tootham's been a wild ride, hey, since the beginning of the game. Yeah. Pretty cool. All right, and that leaves them at their final balance of 5. And I like that the Confederation has noted that they will remain neutral to season 2 PCs. They're going to remain neutral. Good to know. Now, I will say, Vagrant, if the PCs in season 2 ever interact with Vagrants, I will try to teach them. I will try to teach them the salute, and we'll see if we can get those suckers to do it. Just saying. All right. So, next up, we got those shiny fellows in gold coming in at number 4. Once again, a solid number 4. The Trilliant Ring is coming in to take their action. So, Trilliant Ring is, let's see, how you doing for cash here, Trilliant Ring? You got 12 now. You're gonna get another 5, and then another 3 from your machines, which brings you up to 20 total. Okay, all right. The Trilliant Ring, I have to also roll something for them. So let me take 5 here, and let's see how I do. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna jump over to that guy. Here we go. Okay, Trilliant Ring, here goes. Got a 6, all right. All right. So we got a 6. I'll make a note. They rolled a 6, so a total of 11. All right, here we go. Let's go back over the gameplay here. I rolled a 6 for a total of 11. All right, good. And now let's set their goal and continue with the rest of their turn. So their goal is going to be expand influence. All right, so they're expanding their influence. They're going to expand influence on the Uranoc system. So let's go set that up here. Okay, the Trilliant Ring. They have a counterintelligence unit on planet Uranoc. They're going to expand that, so let's give them a new base of influence. It is uncontested. And there we go. Okay, counterintelligence unit and a 1 HP base of influence, which gives them 1 more experience point. Bring them up to 8. Clearing expand influence, that costs them 1, which leaves them with a balance of 14. And their planetary seizure of Uranoc continues to 2 of 3. Okay, so they have a statement to end their turn. Nice simple turn. I will make a note of what they did here. All right. And their statement is, the Trilliant Ring is proud to announce we'll be casting our vote for... Wait, what? We don't get a vote? It's for nobles only. But that Aridonis crown prince said we'd have one if we transferred all that money into his account at the Imperial Bank. Ow. Very nice. And yes, yeah, for those who are asking, the Confederation, they seized their planet. That does clear them, and they did get an XP. So thank you for grabbing that for me. They just started another seizure, which is why I missed that. So there we go. All right. So that is the Trilliant Ring. Thank you for bringing a little levity to the Imperial proceedings. Speaking of House Aridonis princes, House Aridonis has themselves a slate to resolve. So first of all, they are going to get their money. So they start with 38 credits. They get 7 as a base, plus 1 for their party machine. The party machine is on Tiber. It is on a planet with a high enough population. So Aridonis I have to make a roll for these guys. Let's pop over to that screen. And we'll roll for them to see if they get that extra credit. So let's roll a d6. They do not. The market does not support an additional credit today, I am afraid. All right. And now they so they get 40. They have 46 credits. Only 46 faction credits. That's fine. We're going to talk about faction credits at the end of the turn. I'll talk a little bit about that. Okay, so 46 credits. They are going to take the... they got to set a goal. So their goal is going to be expand influence. And I believe that is also the action they are taking. Yes, they are taking expand influence as their action. So let's do that. House Aridonis. They are number 5 on the list. No bonus from tag. They are going to take the expand influence action. And I'm going to just grab their whole turn order. And we will place it in there because they're doing a move first. Okay. So, first of all, they're going to activate their transit web. Okay. So that's moving their commodities broker from Demnoff to Lovelace. So, commodities broker with 10 HP from Demnoff to Lovelace. There we go. Okay. And then they're building that 1 HP BOI. It is uncontested on Lovelace. So House Aridonis, base of influence, 1 HP on Lovelace. Cool. All right. So that clears expand influence, gives them 1 experience, bringing them up to 12. And it costs them 1 credit, bringing them to 45. Okay. All right. So let me make a note about their turn. Uncontested build, 1 XP. And they are good to go. Okay. So House Aridonis has an announcement they would like me to read for you. This is an important time in the history of the sector. We have left a time of war and strife behind us and are looking to the Emperor to guide us into a glorious and hopefully golden century. Vote for Aridonis in 3301. Man, you know, the Acheron Row electoral process is always such a nightmare because, you know, as soon as you get elected to the Imperial House, you have to start 100 years of campaigning. So it's like, when are you ever gonna be able to just run the show? It's 100 years of campaigning. So yeah, we'll see you in another 120 turns. And yeah, they were at 46. They moved, and then they think so. They're actually 1 more down on their credits, and we can now move on. Perfect. Okay. So, next up, we have the High Church. 1,200 turns, I think, is because it's 12 a year, and it's 100 years. So yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. Completely fine. All right. So the High Church, they are number 6 in the order today. Let's do a Panopticon Matrix stealth check, shall we? Let's do a quick Panopticon Matrix stealth check. Calibrate your Panopticon matrices, everybody. All right, so where is the Panopt Matrix today? It is on Yakia. I really love how we turned the fact that no one knows how to spell Yakia into like an in-universe thing. Whoever got that ball rolling, it's fucking great. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's no stealth assets. So the High Church Panop reports no hidden enemies on Yakia. All right. So they are going to get some credits, and they're going to take an action, and then I have an announcement from the church. So let's see. They start with 6. They gain another 8, bringing them up to 14. Okay. And then they are going to buy an asset with those credits. Okay. So action. Buy asset. They are going to purchase a party machine on Andophiel. And then they're going to move a lot of stuff. All right, so let's do this party machine first. So it's 8 credits. So it leaves them with 6. Let's make a new High Church party machine. Okay, on Endophiel. Here we go. Okay, and then they're going to activate for a credit. Bring them down to 5. A whole lot of movement. And if I were House Serpens, well, Panopticon Matrix, Book of Secrets, Demagogue, Hostile Takeover, Party Machine, Cyber Ninjas, and Transit Web all travel to Heroa. Let's get those things moving, shall we? Okay, so it's between Yakia and Heroa, so it's only assets from Yakia, and I believe it's all of them. Panopticon Matrix, Heroa. Book of Secrets, Heroa. Demagogue, Heroa. Hostile Takeover, Heroa. Party Machine, Heroa. Cyber Ninjas. It kills me that it's not Cyber Ninja, but that's fine. And then Transit Web itself, Heroa. Okay, all right. Church stuff. Whew. Heading on over. All right. So that brings that should be a balance of 5. Yep, they're good. Okay, and I have some audio, I believe, to play from the High Church. We have a High Church transmission. Please stand by.
Come forth and make your declarations. I would ask, who wills it? Is this the will of the High Church?
We have consulted the sacred texts on this matter. The Orthodox have decided.
It is the will of the Macedoites, peace be to his memory.
The Reformists unite. It is decided.
For the High Order, it is decided.
By the will of the observers, it is decided.
There is but one truth, and this is it. The Karmists have decided.
For the Crusaders, it is decided.
For the Conservare, it is decided.
For humanity, by the purists, it is decided.
It is the will of the Guardians.
It is indeed the will of the High Church, and thy will be done.
It has been 3 years since our Messiah was brutally murdered by the assassin's knife. We have long debated the consequences of that action. The assassin cannot be redeemed by man. Only the divine may pass judgment on their soul, and so to the divine they will return. Their death is sanctified. The noble House Serpens is complicit in their heinous crime. Like the assassin, the divine will judge their souls. However, their death has not been sanctified. The betrayer of humanity was corrupt, a supporter of the unsouled synthetic threat. House Serpens was guided by God. They shall not face the cutting short of their given years. God shall judge them at the appointed time. The Emperor was our Messiah, and yet just a human. With the ascension of the 10th Emperor, we enter into a new era, an era of hope. The revelation is upon us.
Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. So the assassin is to be killed. House Serpens is spared, but this illustrates the beginning of a new time. that the revelation is upon us. This is the rise of the 10th emperor, and there is mercy for House Serpens. Serpens also has for me an announcement. They would like me to show you. They have a graphic to display. Mercy comes at last. The chosen speak their wisdom. Voices sing in hope. Whew. Ooh. So big mystery resolved, and I really like the way. I want to say big ups to Crux, the High Church, Serpens, everybody for working on working out this assassin thing. It's a big part of the ongoing kind of narrative, one of the big mysteries of the game, and I love that it is changing the church. The church is undergoing some significant alteration as a result of their decision. It's really interesting because I always knew that this would be a big moment, right? We set it up to be one. And I was like, I wonder who this is going to be a big change for, right? Because the church, I put them in a very difficult position, and this is a change for the church as much as for anyone else. Yeah, and I imagine this is the beginning of a new chapter. I think the church has a lot to say about how this story will unfold. So stay tuned for more of that business. Thank you, High Church. Whew, chills. I love it. All right. So next up, following the High Church, is the Deathless. The Deathless coming in at number 6. All right. So I guess they're number 7. You're 7. There is no number 6 too. All right. So the Deathless, they are going to set a new goal. And this is a nice simple turn. They're going to set a new goal, and they're going to build a base, and they're going to continue expanding. So let's give them some money. The Deathless get 5 income. Let's check for their party machines. I think they don't like to party. Nope. All right. So they get 5, which brings them up to 44. Okay. There you go. 44. They get, oh yeah, don't let me forget the Seizure of Gats. Sorry. Seizure of Gats is at 2 of 3. There we go. Okay. So the Deathless is going to set their goal as Expand Influence. They are going to take the Expand Influence action. It is uncontested on Hroa, and they are building a new base of influence on Hroa. So let's go give them one of those. Deathless. Lots of expanding of influence today. One on Hroa. There we go. Let's take that money away. That goes down to 43. They get 1 experience for completing that goal. There we go. Yeah, Hroa's the new shit. Big party on Hroa. All right, and there is a message from the office of the president. From the office of the president. If any word can qualify 3200 for Deathless Conflict Solutions, it's commitment. Commitment to our clients, employees, and associates. We had a rough start, but quickly picked up the pace. Despite the road bumps, we are proud to announce that 3200 has become one of the most profitable years in Deathless history, only beaten by 2954 and 2955 with adjusted inflation. And we top it all off with the formal opening of a new facility on the Hroan moon of Sri Vashni. In collaboration with the other members of the Immortal Association, we shall forge a path to the future. We can't wait to see you all in 3201, along with all of its promises. Thank you, Deathless. And congratulations on the opening of your moon base. Moon base. All right. So, coming up next, it's the Prism Network. The Prism Network. And they are going to take the buy asset action. Here we go. Okay, so let's give them some money so they can do that. Prism Network. You start with 2. You get another 8 because you have so many party machines, which brings you up to 10. You're going to buy, I'm going to pay for your purchase right now. That brings you down to 2, right? Because you're going to buy something. They are going to buy covert shipping on Comma. That's the only kind of shipping on Comma. Well, I mean, I guess there's the other kind of shipping, but they're trying to corner their market on Gildos. Let's see here. Covert shipping on Comma. Is there a wiki article for Gildos yet? I feel like there should be. I guess maybe I need to write it. All right, so they're creating pervert shipping on comma. Then they finish their turn, which finishes their goal. So let's make a note. So Peaceable Kingdom. Covert shipping on comma. Peaceable Kingdom complete, which gives them XP, and they get a roll, so they might get 2 XP. Let me jump over to my roller page here. Let's see how I do for you. All right, here we go. Rolling a d6. Nice. Okay, so you get 2 XP instead of 1 because your consulate triggers. Excellent. See, I don't always roll bad for everybody. Some people I roll good for. Thanks for the bribe, Prism. I won't tell anybody. Oh, did I say that out loud? All right. Let's head back to gameplay here, and we will add the thing. All right, Peaceable Kingdom complete. Tag activates. And +1 XP for a total of 2. All right. There we go. Sending me eggplants is not a form of bribery. It's a form of mockery. Also, if I was sponsored by the Prism Network, I would have to tell you. I'd have to tag the stream. All right. So you get, you're up to 6 experience points now. Congratulations, Prism Network. This really bothers me. I need to fix the sheet where it's, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. Fuck this. There. It's been driving me just like every time I have to adjust this thing. There. Now it's better. I fixed it. It's been driving me bananas. Every time it bugs me, I'm like, I got to fix this. Then I don't have a chance to go back and do it. That is the correct way of writing Prism Network. It's all caps. Okay. All right. So Prism Network gets their XP and we are good. Okay. So next up for turns, it is the Houses Minor. So the Houses Minor coming in number 9 today. The Houses Minor begin with 39 faction credits. Houses Minor, there they are, 39. They are going to, at the beginning of their turn, before they get their income, they're going to spend experience. They spend 9 XP to bring Cunning from 4 to 5. To bring Cunning from 4 to 5. Okay, nice. All right, so let's go and fix that. Houses Minor are now Cunning 5. There you go. A little smarter every day. And then they are going to take the sell asset action. Okay. So sell asset. They're going to sell their Space Marines on Hroa and their popular movement on Almori. So let's go and delete those. Who are they selling it to? I don't know. The bank, I guess. Some guy in a top hat. Houses Minor, liquidating their assets. Here we go. All right, so Space Marines and popular movement. All right. Space Marines there and popular movement. Okay. So that gives them 27 credits, which puts them at, Jesus Christ. I got to do this with a calculator just to make sure I don't fuck it up. It's a lot of money. Okay, so they get 27 plus 39, 66 credits. Boom. So rich. So rich, Houses Minor. Did I nail the wrong Space Marines? Yes, and then they also get their income. That's right. They should be at 72. You are correct. Let's take a look. There were Space Marines on Hroa. No, I got, yeah, it's these ones. Where were those other Space Marines? God damn it. Okay, now I gotta control that. Unless somebody remembers. They were on Dio Mikado, right? Okay. Thank you. There, guys. Like, unless somebody remembers. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. There's a lot of assets, as you can see. It was on Dio, and then they're going to activate the transit web on Almori to connect between Dio and Almori for 1 faction credit to move a commodities broker on Dio to Almori. Yeah, and they were 12. Okay. Or sorry, they were at 16. Let's take a look. Because these were the Dio Mikado ones they fought before. Yeah, are they damaged or no? Don't make me Control Z through this thing. I'll go and look at the VODs later if we can't get it straight. Anyway, they're going to move some shit around. Transit Web on Almori for 1 credit. Which brings them down to 71. And then moves the commodities broker from Dio Mikado to Almori. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, cool. They end with 71. They have a brief announcement to make, and that announcement is the Astral Synedrium of the Houses Minor has released the following statement. Everything is normal. Sure, yeah. I thought it was. Now I don't know. Now I'm all confused. Does this mean that everything is normal? Or like everything's normal? Because if everything is normal, I guess Pyxis, it's time to have a party. Okay. Let's move along to our next faction. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I'm glad to hear everything's normal. I've been waiting for it. All right. So next up, speaking of House Pyxis, we got like good flow this time. Speaking of House Pyxis is getting a credit of, what do they get? 3 for their income, which means they actually have credits to spend. So that brings them up to 3. All right. And they are going to mess around with some stuff. They're going to move they're going to move Lodestone. They're going to use their asset ability, and they're just going to move a whole bunch of crap around. So let's do that first. Well, they're going to try to move some stuff. We'll see. Let's start. Let's start here. So, because they're going to try to use their business. Okay. So first of all, alter the location of home to occupy 905. I've said this once. I will say it over and over for as long as it takes. Lodestone doesn't move. I need to make you nerds a t-shirt that just says on it, Lodestone doesn't move. I like it better when you're like, alter the... I know you know. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing you. You have to write it different every time. All right. So let's do that. Where's Lodestone today? The home system. 904, 0905. Let's go and adjust the asset tracker. Okay, here we go. It's now 0905. There we go. And then let's go move it on the big map. Let's take it to the big board. In the sector map, let's see here. Yeah. So we'll unlock the map, and it's currently, where are you? Home is here. I hope you weren't trying to get to Tavralar or Askarit Sal, because now you're over here. Boop. There we go. All right. Let's lock that thing back down. Look, all you have to do is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more turns, and you can yeet yourself into a black hole. That's the ultimate goal, right? It's just to hurl yourself into a black hole, take the Empire with you. If Pyxis becomes Emperor, that's the new Imperial plan, everybody. It's just yeet yourself into a black hole. To suck the universe into destruction. I'm kind of okay with that as a goal. That'd be a good end route for the. That's fine. That's a good end route for the game. Okay, so let's keep going. So they moved home. They're going to move surveyors from Gleipnir Inc. to Mon. Gleipnir Inc. So let's see, Pyxis. What do you got? Listen, everything is normal. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. Glad we're incorporated to the MAN system, or the MAN system. Okay. They're going to activate their unorthodox pilots tag. And let me find the rules and rulings doc. And I will read to you again what this tag does, because it's a weird one. Okay. Rules and clarification. Here we go. Okay, and then faction tags. Jesus Christ, we have 14 pages of adjustments to the rules of this game. That's crazy. Here we go. Unorthodox pilot. When an asset moves itself with an ability, it may roll a d6. On a 1 to 2, nothing happens. On a 3 to 6, it may move an additional hex. So let's make that roll. Get over to that screen for you. All right, here we go. Rolling for Pyxis. They get a 4, which means they can move an additional hex. Okay, good. So you got it. Unorthodox piloting didn't fly you into a sun, so that's nice. Congratulations. Let's move them there one more. So they actually move to Eos Queen. Oh my God, there needs to be a queen of that planet. Okay. So that was, they moved to the MAN system. I love the MAN system. Okay. And then they moved to Meneus from another. Okay, good. All right. So there we go. And that is that. And then they have a bunch of pre-tech and post-tech shit to do. Okay. Let's go and square that away. All right, so pre-tech manufacturer on Lodestone, post-tech industry on Lodestone, and Liorgioli. So pre-tech manufacturer. I wish I could just remember what these do instead of having to look it up every time, but it's a lot of information. So let's look it up every time. So first thing they're doing is the pre-tech manufactory. So let's see here. Pre-tech manufactory. God, why are you such garbage, Adobe? Not you, chat. Adobe. Okay, so it's a D8. Gain half that many fac creds. Okay. Okay. One fac cred. Okay. And then 2 post-tech industries is D6s. So 5 for 2 fac creds. And then the second one is a 2 for 1 fac cred. All right, 4 more faction credits for Pyxis. Let's go and record it for them. Okay, yeah, not bad. You actually made some money. All right, so net gain for fact creds. It's not bad. It's like, what, 400,000 credits or something? Bringing you up to 7. And then Advanced Peaceful Kingdom, 2, 3 of 4. Fix this to the proper home system. There you go. And the faction statement, citizens of Meneus, we come in peace. Klaatu, Barada, Nikto. All right. That is House Pyxis. Thank you, House of Pyxis, for your gallivanting about the universe. Next up is Seraph. So Seraph for number 11. Seraph is gaining 8 faction credits, and then they're going to spend some to buy a shipping combine. So Seraph, which is the recently rebranded former church, now secular organization. So they get 8 credits, which brings them up to 13. They're choosing to take no goal. They're going to take the buy asset action. Okay, which brings them to 3 credits. And they're buying a shipping combine on Cabina. Okay. Shipping. And I swear to God, they're just going to ship coffee. That's it. They're just going to move coffee around in the universe. But honestly, God bless them. God bless them for it. Thank you, Seraph, because Lord knows I need it. Cool. All right. Good work. Thank you, Seraph. Next up, knucking, bucking, and ready to fight. It's House Fornax. The House of Fornax. So they're going to get 5 more credits, bringing them up to 15. And then they're going to take the moving assets around turn. Okay. So here we go. House Fornax, number 12. Ooh, it's almost election time. All right, so use asset ability. Let's hop over and do that. So they are going to move some stuff and activate some things. First of all, the strike fleet is moving from Hakani to Dio. Fornax strike fleet to Dio Mikado. Okay. They are going to use the PTL, which is their pre-tech logistics, which allows them to buy something as an action for 15 faction credits, minus their discounts that are hanging out from the turn before. They're going to buy Beachhead Landers. Okay, so that's on Maya. So Beachhead Landers on Maya. Also, and I've said this before, but every time I hear that, I think Beachhead Landers is a person, and I really want there to be like a Prism talk show called like Coffee in the Morning with Brunch with Beachhead. And it's like, I'm your host, Beachhead Landers. Yeah. BH Landers, Brunch with Beachhead. Yep. Okay. So that's going to be on Maya. And it brings them down to 10 faction credits. And then they're going to activate Commodities Broker, Post-Tech Industry, and Venture Capital. So Commodities Brokers give them discounts. So a D8 and then a D8. Oh, they should be on 5, sorry. Yeah, because it costs them... Well, no, it costs them 10. Minus the 15 minus the 5, cost 10, leaving them with 5. Yes, that's right. Sorry, there were multiple 5s there. Okay, so anyway, Commodities Brokers. Let's do those first. And that is D8s, I think. All right, so Commodities Brokers. Roll a D8, that many fat creds. So I'll just roll twice. A 6 and a 4. Okay, so they have an up to 10 like discount down to a minimum of half normal price. So they've a flagging discount of 10. I'll do all the rolling here. So discount 10. And then they're going to activate their post-tech industry, which we just talked about. That's a D6. Loses them a credit, I believe. Yep. Okay. And then Venture Capital on Maya. So Venture Capital on Maya gives you what? What does Venture Capital do? D8 to tap it. And they get a 5. The Venture Capital yields 2 faction credits. All right. So a total of +1 fat cred and a discount of 10. Your venture capital continues to survive. Okay, so the Commodities Broker discount float 10. Post-tech is -1. This is +2. So they get 1 more credit. Bring them up to 6. And then I think that's it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Good stuff, House Fornax. We are good to go. Okay. So, last but not least, we have House Lyra. So the House of Lyra coming in at number 13. House of Lyra. So House of Lyra, they get some income first of all. So let's do that. So Lyra, you start with 18. You get 3 more. So you're up to 21. Okay. You are getting a new goal, which is expand influence. I bet you can guess what action they're going to take. They are going to first move some smugglers, and then they're going to expand their influence. So let's do that for them. I love the idea of Lyran smugglers. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. I really like the idea of like there are like art smugglers. Yeah, they're so good. Like that ship would be so good. I thought about making like Lyran art thieves or art accumulators or whatever into one of the concepts, but I think they're better as NPCs. Yeah, I don't think you can get a full campaign's worth of like legs out of that, but it would be really fun for a one shot. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. It costs them 2 credits. So 21 brings it down to 19. And then they're going to expand their influence. So let's move their smugglers. And then we'll build the new thing. So House Lyra. Smugglers from Yanarazzo to Phymeat 8. Phymeat. Okay. And then they're going to build a base on Phymeat 8. What is the deal with that planet anyway? Vela. Nope, not Vela. Lyra. There you go. Like looking at Vela here. Stupid autofill. Base of influence. 1 HP apiece. I didn't even know that was a place. Yeah, right? Like, let's go take a quick look at it. Okay. So they're going to get... Let me give them their experience before I forget. That brings them up to 4. And let's go and take a look at what that system is about. So Phymeat. Oh, it's a quarantined world with a forbidden technology. Good. That's fucking great. Lyra, I don't know what's on Phymeat. Like, I don't know what the forbidden tech is, but if your rep wants to, like, reach out to me with some ideas, let's figure it out. Shall we? Okay, great, good. They have a statement, and by statement, I mean poem. You nerds. So... It's really more of like a remix. Anyway, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding than a dream. Cousins, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend, and as we are an honest folk, if we have now misspoke, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the liar a liar call, so... Good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Lyra shall restore amends. So wait, who's the one with the ass head? And did Lyra just call us all puckers? I think maybe that's... Damn it. That's great. Thank you, Lyra. Beautiful. Very, very on brand. So I believe that completes... the tactical aspect of this turn. I have some things I need to talk to y'all about. So first of all, I want to show you some really cool art. So the UPC commissioned by way of You'll recognize the art style. If you're at all a fan of Verona, or you've been in the universe very long, there is an artist named Martin who does like really amazing art. This is a team photo to commemorate the end of the UPC. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Let me get the fuck out of your way. Get out of here, Adam. Move your stupid face. It's so nice. Look at that. So this is all like people's characters from the UPC over the course of the turn. You may recognize some familiar faces. Thank you so much for doing that, both UPC and Martin, for being a part of this turn. So let's talk about a couple of the announcements that I need to make. So first of all, I am creating a new faction. I'm creating a new faction for the next turn. Now, I've been thinking about this faction for a while. I saw some lore stuff happening in the universe, and I was paying very close attention to it as it proceeded. And I think that whatever the fate of Ukiah turns out to be, this isn't about Ukiah particularly, but Ukiah sparked something in the people of Acheron Row. Now, this is me saying this as the people of Acheron Row. This faction will represent the organized political actions of this idea, but something about Ukiah sparked a fire in people. While everybody was waiting around for the Emperor, people started looking to Ukiah to say like, hey, something happened over there. Maybe this could happen elsewhere too. So I'm creating a new faction. For now, it's called the Democratic Mandate. I haven't picked a homeworld for it yet. But the idea here is that the Empire and humanity could be something different than it is. This isn't a resurrection of the UPC. This is like they saw this happening and thought, maybe we could do something different. This is a social movement. This is a popular movement. This isn't like we want to burn down the Empire. This is we want to change things. So whether they are a peaceful faction, whether or not they change the universe, we will see. But they have an opportunity, given that we may have an Emperor who is more interested in allowing for something like this. The Emperor can change the Empire, right? The Imperial House could declare that it is now a constitutional monarchy if they wanted to. The Church is undergoing a period of revelation, right? We know now that the Emperor could be fallible, right? That maybe there is something new coming for the Empire. And for me, this also speaks to the Empire won the war with the STO. We're starting to see that most of the factions are part of the Empire now. There is peace against its enemies, but change comes in many forms. So this could be a sign of that new change. So the Democratic Mandate is going to be a new faction. I'm going to be changing it. It's a small but growing movement whose power is inspired by the self-governance of Ukiah, but this is bigger than that. It's a democratic and philosophical movement in the universe. Whether they will find ways to change the Empire remains up to them and to the Empire itself. I'm going to be creating this new faction over the course of the next month. Anyone who wants to join it will have a command available for you, and I will work with you kind of like reverse faction funeral to find a homeworld for you and build some assets there for you to begin. So that's the first thing. Stay tuned for more information about the Democratic Mandate. I will let you know kind of as we build that. I hope to show them to you at the end of the next turn. So they'll get kind of created during that process. Additionally, I am creating a new kind of channel. This is both a mechanical focused channel and represented by a shadowy thing in the universe. People can join in character, but also join out of character. There will be members of various factions that can join this. It is for both mechanical and lore purpose. Anybody is allowed to join, and I'm going to be discussing adding options to the game systems, mechanical options for spending fac creds. So right now there is a surplus of faction credits floating around. There are a few factions that have like nearly 100 fac creds. We've seen massive spikes in these things. And I know that a few of the factions have reached out to me saying like, we'd love to be able to do something with all this money, I would like you to be able to do something with it too. And I want it to scale. I want it not just to be like, when you get 1 million credits, you can spend it on this thing. I want there to be more options in the game for fat cred use. So over the next little while, I'm going to be announcing more details about what I'm temporarily calling the shadowy cabal for economic change. But we'll talk about what we can do to build that. So I will make an announcement in the channel, in the announcements channel, saying like, the shadowy cabal for economic change is finally open. The SCEC is open now, and please let me know, faction representatives, let me know if you have a list of people who would like to join, and people will be able to join into that. And we will work with the Mechanisms Council, and we'll work on doing that. I think I'm going to keep the shadowy cabal for economic change. I don't know what it'll be called in the universe, but in the universe, it's related to the current ongoing economic crisis, right? The lore, these people are getting together to figure out how we don't all like die with all this money in our pockets and no economy to power it, right? So right now everybody has these vaults full of credits, but kind of nothing to do with them. So I know everybody wants to work on that. So we're going to do that. So that's a thing. I think that's it, right? That's all we needed to worry about. I don't think there's anything else to do this faction turn. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. This has been a really good stream. We'll see you. All right. Okay. All right. All right. I'm just fucking around. You know I am. So, the Imperial election results are in. Votes have been tallied. And the results are as follows. In favor of the House of Pyxis ascending to the Imperial throne, we tally 4 votes. In favor of the House of Fornax ascending to the Imperial throne, we tally 4 votes. In favor of the House of Crux ascending the Imperial throne, we tally 1 vote. There is no clear choice for Imperial House, and as a result, votes must again be cast. Each house may cast a vote in favor of the House of Pyxis or the House of Fornax, or may abstain if they find these options distasteful. If an emperor cannot be elected, the empire falls into the protection of the High Church, and a time of penitent reflection must begin. Go with God and choose your emperor. I love it. So, House Fornax, in my mind, and I've been paying a little bit of attention to this stuff, but in my mind, we are on a precipice, right? We have House Fornax, who represents kind of the old guard, right? House Fornax is like, this is how the empire works. We are strong because of our roots, and this is how it must be done. And then we have the upstart House Pyxis, who want to change everything. So I'm so excited. This is really cool. So take your time, take a month, and begin your discussions once more. We will return at the end of the next faction turn and determine an emperor, or else. Oh, I'm so excited! It's so cool. I love it. So yeah, good luck with that. Have fun. This is the last try. There's only one more. You elect an emperor or you don't. And if you don't, then yeah, there is a period of time where, well, no. So remember, when I talk about Fornax and Pyxis, it's what the universe thinks at large of you, right? So I'm speaking for like the common man. The common man thinks of Fornax as old guard warmongers, and they think of Pyxis as crazy liberals. So yeah, it's not about what your actual platform is or what you're actually talking about. It's just what the universe thinks of you as. So yeah, you know, that's what the people think. So yeah, there are currently 9 votes floating around out there, available to take. And I'm excited to see the results. We have one more month of this process. Thank you, as always, to everybody who participates in the faction turn to any degree, whether you are deeply in the process or whether you are just engaged on the surface. I really appreciate your participation. It's great. This is all great. It's been great. It's been a wonderful year. We are going to take another month, and we're gonna see where the empire lies. So keep an eye on the announcements channel if you're interested in becoming part of the Democratic mandate. You can make that change as soon as we have that available. I'll check in with the mods. We'll see if we can get that going. Cool. All right. Great. Thanks for coming, everybody. This has been another Far Verona faction turn. I have been your Space Master, Adam Coble. You will find me on Discord in the Far Verona verse right alongside you. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time.